I'm here in Boston, but we have 80 other teams, 80 other locations around the country, from here to as far west as Honolulu, Hawaii, on Pearl Harbor and Schofield Barracks, and as far down south as Miami, Florida. So we're spread out quite throughout the entire country.
And you know, we talked about the technology involved here. Isn't the chemistry of pyrotechnics, it's kind of is what it's always been? I mean, where does the technology come in as you develop these new shows year after year?
Well, the technology has advanced both in the chemistry side, also in the electronics and engineering side. Certainly with the advent of the computer and the refining of the digital age, we've experienced everything from my grandfather lighting a fireworks with a smoldering burlap sack, to electronics pushing a button, to the whole show being fired with a computer. And now we're actually building computer chips into certain products that we have to control the height and to create these magnificent scenes in the sky.
Yeah, it seems to me the kind of intricate choreography of it, right, and matching it up with you know, a musical score and things like that has to be, I guess, where the complexity comes in these days.
Well, it's the choreography for sure, but it's also, if you see some of the images on the screen, we're covering vast spaces. So when we're on a 2,700-foot building in Dubai, which is the world's tallest building, the Burj Khalifa, there's 20,000 devices that are all circuited together so it does match the music. But more importantly, we have control of when they're firing. So the computer systems help us do that, accomplish that.
We talked about, you know, mentioned the money involved here. I mean, has that escalated a lot over the years? What does one of these big city shows cost these days?
You can, from a municipal program, you could range anywhere between $50,000 to $100,000, and some of the larger productions go up into the millions. One of our largest productions were a little over $10 million for 6.5 minutes in duration. But it's all relative to the expenses, and it's relative to the amount of labor, manpower, and everything else that goes into the performance. One of our shows, we served 15,000 lunches to the team because the team was so big and they were on location for such a long period of time.
You know, Phil, we think of fireworks and we think of the 4th of July here in the United States, but obviously your business is international. So where are the areas of growth, and what sorts of shows do you do around the world?
Right. In the past, fireworks were pretty much a peak season during the 4th of July primarily, also during the summer. Now we have two peaks, the peak in the 4th of July, and then the peak for New Year's Eve is actually a bigger peak for us here, and we span the globe. Everybody celebrates December 31st for New Year's Eve. So we see those two peaks, and that's pretty much doubled our business in the last 10 years.
And where is the growth coming from? I mean, are there countries or regions of the world that are spending the most on fireworks?
I'm sorry, yes, that's right. The growth is primarily coming for us from Asia and from the Middle East, Dubai, Qatar, Abu Dhabi. Now a new emirate that we're working, we're going to be performing a large production on New Year's Eve in Ras Al Khaimah. So we're seeing that the Middle East, they enjoy their fireworks, they enjoy their celebrations. They're seeing a lot of grand openings happening. So we see the growth for us in those areas.
And no more lighting them with a burning burlap sack, I guess, Phil. Thanks. Thanks very much.
No more lighting with the burlap, but we're still manufacturing. I may point out that we are manufacturing a lot more product domestically now. We have two factories in Virginia and in New York that we're finding the need to bring that manufacturing back into the United States. And on a show like Boston, for example, where about 15% of that product now is being manufactured in New York, in the United States, and growing.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.